Hey everyone, I hope you're well. Thanks again for joining me for this next episode. I began our last episode with a new series, wanting to break down the work that I'm doing and help you to understand a little bit more about the womb activation program that I offer and help you to understand the methods that I use, the protocols that I've developed, and understand what each module consists of. I began last week by talking with you about, last episode, sorry, talking with you about the MAP process, the multidimensional awareness and assessment protocol. And that protocol was very much created to welcome you into the program, understand the method, the approach, how to benefit from the work, understanding your multidimensional self, because we're all multidimensional beings. Some of us have an easier time connecting to it than others. And so this process helps you to relax and step into it a little bit more. So I wanted to share with you today, I want to talk about the feminine flow. And so this is the second module within, or the second phase within the womb phase, the womb cleanse protocol. And within the feminine flow, we usually spend, so I want to say that within, you know what, I didn't even clarify. The program runs 6 months. You can take the program for 6 months or 12 months, depending on how much time you feel you need to commit to your healing process, as well as the tier that you're choosing to work with me. And so within the feminine flow process, this is very much about getting you to understand your rhythm as a woman, as a female, as a womb carrier. And so, you know, we talk so much about women needing to push forward and be more masculine. We go against the grain, go against our rhythm, don't trust what we need to be doing, you know, move beyond our boundaries, give until we don't have any more, and then we're drained. And so this work is about getting familiar with your cycle, the 4 phases of your cycle. You know, many women will be like, well, my period started and it finished. And I think around day 14, I should avoid getting pregnant, but that's about it. There's so much more to the menstrual cycle. We talk about the best practices for cycle awareness. So every week of your cycle, there's something that you should do, something you shouldn't do. You know, there's things that you should pay attention to. So we talk about this. And then we also look at, you know, how to document your experiences and your patterns so that you can read them and you can understand them, right? And by doing this, by this particular process, what I've noticed with my clients, they have all talked about how precious their time is. Once you establish a rhythm that respects your innate rhythm, because we all have our own innate rhythm, and then there's like external rhythms, polyrhythms. There are polyrhythms inside of us, multiple rhythms that seem to not go together, but they do, as well as on the external, it's the same thing. This work helps you to slow down enough to connect, right? Inside of us, inside of women, you have your menstrual cycle, which is dealing with, you know, your circadian rhythm, how you relate and respond to light and dark. But we're also working with your arterial flow, your blood flow. We're working with your venous flow, your blood that's returning to your heart. We're working with your lymphatic system, which is moving toxins from extracellular waste out of the body. You know, we're also working with the cranial rhythm, which is almost like that slow, languid, you know what I mean, take your time feeling that many people love to get into and don't like to step out of or have a hard time stepping into. And so this work, particularly in that particular module, helps women, womb carriers, people, folks, to understand better how to connect to these aspects of themselves, and then create the opportunities for you to be able to slow down when you feel as though you stepped out of alignment. And so that is a feminine flow. protocol that is the second phase of the womb activation process protocol that program that I'm offering women who I work with. And we also talk a lot about the yoni steaming, hydrotherapy for the perineum, vaginal facilitation, vaginal steam facilitation, which is a really awesome way for women to cleanse and nourish their reproductive system. When the uterus is clogged, when the uterus is experiencing, stagnation based off of food, based off of clothes that are cutting off circulation, based off of shoes that are throwing your body out of circulation. This is where you can experience painful clots. You can experience irregular cycles. You can experience, irregular, show in like how your blood is looking, how your discharge is looking. All of these things, they matter. And so something that I didn't mention that I forgot was, it's kind of like that go-between phase between the MAP program and the Feminine Flow, is where we focus very much on your food and your clean eating and understanding what your body needs to be able to reset and rejuvenate itself. So to preface that, I won't spend too much time going into it. We need to acknowledge and create this as a value and a principle that food is medicine. Your food is medicine. Medicine is your food. Whatever you're putting into your body is either harming you or hurting you. The more natural, the more organic, the more fresh your food is, your cells are able to create a chemical transaction that's going to give your body the nourishment that it needs to be able to function optimally. When we're giving our body foods that are processed, that are denatured, that don't have the minerals and vitamins that we need, but it's just creating more empty sugar, it's creating, more empty calories in our body, depleting us, giving us more cravings, more dehydrated, we're more thirsty, creating more fog in our mind. This is what food does. This is what eating things that don't help us, eating things in the wrong order, eating things that we know can be detrimental to us, but we still continue to do it because we're still here and we've been able to function the same way ever since. Like when we stick and stay in that kind of a mentality and environment, what happens is it very much contributes to the illness that we're experiencing. So think about your intestines, and they're resting on your uterus. Your bladder is resting on your uterus. Your uterus is resting on your colon, your sigmoid colon and your rectum. And so when these things are inflamed, when they're constipated, when we're not doing well, when we're not moving our bowels, when we're not, like treating our body and feeding it what it needs for every system, for all 11 systems to be functioning optimally, then we're creating more disease. And so we look at this in the MAP process, and then we continue this in the Feminine Flow, because we are establishing rhythms, we are looking at habits, and we are recreating new patterns that are going to help us to thrive rather than struggle to survive. Okay, so this was another episode in the series of understanding what the womb activation program is and what the womb cleanse protocol is and the frameworks that support it. So if you want to learn more, make sure to stay tuned. I'm going to be giving you more information in videos that are coming out. As well, you can go to the links in my bio on my website, and you can sign up to be a part of the newsletter so you can be aware of what's happening as the events and the opportunities arise. You can also download freebies and different kinds of small products, books, journals that will help you to develop your own level of awareness as you cultivate your wellness journey. Y'all, I love doing these videos for you. Please comment below and let me know if this resonates with you. And I will be back again to talk about the third framework in the womb cleanse protocol called the BOM. All right, y'all. Take care and be well. Bye-bye.